Let me get rid of this Bluetooth. That might be my problem.
Okay, people, I am live tonight, and I've got my mystery guest. She's trying to get a sound together, and we're going to be live here tonight and talk about a few things. I've got the analytic gardener with me. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing?
Yo, maybe I
And
need to set up.
hey, Mike,
Hold on.
how you doing, Mike? Happy Mac. My lady, happy Mac. Atlanta Garden, you see, is trying to get her sound together. Hey, Country Hustle, glad you made it tonight. The other night that you was already there, I had put up the wrong live, and I'm glad you made it back tonight. We got our mystery guest, the
Okay.
Atlanta Gardener, but she's trying. Hey, just one Ella, Francisca.
Yeah.
We're trying to get her sound
Can you hear?
working. She might have to go. Hey, Tag, you hear me yet?
Here.
We're doing good, Francesca. I'm doing real good. We are trying to get an Atlantic Gardener up with me. She's having trouble with her sound. She's working on it right now. Did somebody say that Kay was in here? I just saw somebody speak to Kay. I didn't want to miss her. Did you get it yet? We're trying to get my Renaissance grandma, we're trying to get Tag sound up, and I can hear her, but she can't hear me. Okay, she dropped down, and maybe she's going to come back. So, hey, Kay, how you doing? So glad to see you, Kay Renee. You be working me to death when you be doing the workouts, because I be trying to do a few of them little exercises with you, but it just don't work. Hey, pretty girl. I get more exercise than I want out there in that garden than I actually deserves, but I be trying to do a few of them little sit-ups and stuff with you, Kay. But I am trying to wait on the analytic gardener. She was up a few minutes ago, but she couldn't get her sound to work. So she'll be back. I'm pretty sure she will. And I don't know what the rest of my team is tonight. Hey, G Hut. But Crafty won't be here tonight because, she's trying to get our Father's Day stuff together. And let's see if we can get Tag back this time. Tag, can you hear me? I think she still got a problem with her sound. Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad to have you. And
Glad to be
we've
here.
got a few people in the house already.
Awesome.
But this is one of my favorite people here, the analytic gardener. And I was trying to figure out where her other two sisters was.
Scattered.
Well, like I said, people, I saw and met her and her daughters at Saw Fest, and they look more like sisters than they do mother and daughter, really. But what we're gonna do tonight, Tag, is we're just gonna talk to the people a little bit here. I look like J3G is trying to come. Hey, girl, Dad.
Hey,
Glad to see
girl.
you. Glad to see you. Hey, Jed.
Hey, Tex.
How you doing, my brother? Look like he got the same problem.
Can't hear either.
I don't know. Look like
Yeah, he may have the same problem.
he might have. Do is it storming where you at, Cat?
No, sir. It's clear today.
Oh, okay. But Jan was telling me that they had been expecting some bad weather here for the next several days.
Hmm.
So perhaps he's got that.
Yeah, we got some last night.
But for those people that's having tornadoes and floods and stuff like that, you
Hmm.
definitely have my prayers.
Absolutely.
Definitely have them. He said his Wi-Fi is going in and out.
Mm.
So evidently they're having a storm or something there.
Right.
But what I wanted to talk about tonight was do you grow? Now, this is not just a tag, this is to the entire chat. Do you grow one thing that you could possibly sell or trade that you had to barter?
Mm. Great question.
Because not only sell or trade, in other words, you might even have to feed on it for a while.
Hmm.
Might have to eat on it for a while.
Right.
And believe me, people, bartering and trading is definitely coming back. It's definitely because most people can't afford this stuff nowadays.
So true.
And I know a lot of you don't remember when gas was 19 cents a gallon, but I do. And
Mm.
it was under $1 a gallon, I can tell you that.
50 cents is the lowest that I ever bought it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
on sale one time, 50 cents a gallon in the 90s.
yeah. But see, people don't realize that. Can you hear us now, Jed? Seems
Nope,
like he
still
having the
not.
same trouble. Hey, Shanny.
Hey, Shani.
But people don't realize that once they raise prices and people get used to making that amount of money or raking that amount of money in, they're not in any rush to drop prices. Not in any rush. Because
There's no reason.
the more money they can put in their pockets, the better they like it.
Hmm.
But I just want to tell you a little story that happened to me the other day. And usually that's what I base my live on is from live experience, contact with other people and listening to them and listening to their stories. But usually when I do go to the grocery store, which is very seldom, because a friend asks me to go and I'll tell her, I said, well, maybe you better go because my patience is not that long.
Yeah.
But when I do go to the grocery store, I usually take, and if I see where they got canned goods, 5 for such and such a thing, or 10 for such and such a price, I usually get those. So I like baked beans, pork and beans, whatever you want to call them.
Hmm.
So I had 10 in my buggy. This dude come by and say, "What's up, Unc?" I didn't mind the Unc part because I mean that's like a little celebration to me because it
Hmm.
just gave me recognition of my age. But the thing about it, he got all in my Kool-Aid
Mm.
about me having the beans in my buggy.
Wow.
Yeah, what you doing with all them things? I mean, everybody's grabbing food and doing this and doing that. This stuff only gonna last just a few days. I said, well, if it do, then I still got them. You know,
Mm. That's
I
right.
said, but young blood, let me tell you something. I probably have forgotten more than you will ever learn in your lifetime.
So I know that's right.
Yeah. And I said, you need to really pay attention as to what's going on.
Hmm.
And I said, it's totally different when you're living with mama and daddy than when you out there on your own. And
Right.
I said, look like to me, you're a lot old enough, a lot older than
Hmm.
most kids that be at home.
Mm.
I'm 35. I said, well, I mean, you said
Wow.
it like it was something to be proud of. Hey, Miss Lawrence, like it's something to be proud of. And you still at home, and that's why you don't have to worry about prepping. You don't have to worry about getting prepared.
Right.
But I mean, it's a situation that we all got to prepare for,
Hmm.
and I hope that most of us are already prepared. If not, it's probably going to be too late for a lot of us.
No, agreed. I mean, I think each of us should be growing something that, isn't necessarily for us. There's some things that are in my garden, like one of them, I've had to learn how to love them, but I have flowers out there now that
Hmm.
people love, canna lilies. I have a whole bunch of canna lilies that if I needed to, I'm going to sell canna lily plants. I'm going to sell canna lily seeds or trade them or whatever I need to do. So I'm starting to look at that as a source of income. And then, really what we've turned, you know, what I consider what God really put here for us, medicines here on the earth, like lamb's quarters and
Hmm.
dandelions and things that we call weeds that are growing everywhere now.
Hmm.
And more people are starting to talk about tinctures and, wanting to make their medicinal concoctions. And all of that stuff is growing right here. So I'm
True, true.
beginning to look at it now and go, I'm not going to throw this stuff away, or look at it as weeds so much because they may actually end up being our currency. So,
Right. Hey, Sister Shirley, how you doing? CC,
see, see,
how you all doing? Glad to see you.
yeah,
But
Jihan.
as the Athletic Gardener and myself was talking about is tin can of pork and beans might be for a family reunion. He need to mind his business.
That's right.
You're so right, Mike. But I don't think I'll have any more issues with him when I do go to the store, because
Mhm.
I take a lot of stuff, but I'm just not going to be pushed to the limit. I'm
No,
just
and
not that way.
you go to the store now and you have to be mindful of even what you're putting in your cart. You know, I will say for me as a female going to the grocery store, I'm like making sure I only have a few things in there because you notice as you're walking through, people are literally looking in your cart.
Right.
Exactly like you said, they're looking to see what you have, I guess how much you have, kind of scoping you out in a sense. So, I've found that I'm being very mindful about what I even put in there. Get a few things and I'm checking all around me to see if anybody's looking, and
Hmm.
then watching my six
Hey,
all
that's my heart. Yeah,
the time.
Tag, I tell Fran that all the time because she go to a lot of these meetings with a sorority and other
Mhm.
little things that she do. And I tell
Mhm.
her all the time, be mindful of your surroundings.
Yes, sir.
Watch as you say your six. Watch your
Mhm.
back.
That's
And,
right. Keep your head
it,
on a
it,
swivel is what my husband always says.
yes,
Head
and,
on a
and
swivel.
it's more mindful that
Mhm.
females especially
Yes, sir.
look where they're going and notice what's there
Mhm.
before they get there.
Right. Right. One of the things that for some people I think it's irritating, but I think for us, we see people now that a lot of times people will back into parking spaces. And
Hmm.
I know that for the most part, people are backing in these parking spaces because it's a fad, right? They're just following somebody else and they're backing in this parking space. But there are a lot of people that actually buy back into parking spaces because they are preparing to get out if they need to. It's a part of your preparation. You don't want to have to be figuring out how you're going to get out of there. You want to be able to just get out and go.
Right.
But just the small things that we're doing now, like keeping your head on a swivel and watching your surroundings, and it's it bothers me now when we see people still just kind of walking around aimlessly, like they're
Hmm.
walking around and maybe have their head in a cell phone and they're looking down like they're paying no attention to anything going on around them, and there's too much really going on in this world to just do that.
So true. Miss Shirley said she caught a woman trying to take her beef roast.
Oh wow.
Hmm. You
Wow.
know, the thing about it is that's another thing. You don't want to leave any packages laying on the seat of your automobile either, or anything laying out exposed
Yeah.
that somebody could take and profit from.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got people out there, as you say, only thing they doing is just walk the streets and seeing what they can
That's right.
get their hands on.
That's right. You see kids all the time on like the app next door. See kids walking around on these ring cameras, and all they're doing is going in people's yards, pulling on the door to see if they can get in the cars.
Hmm.
It's
Hey, Queen.
crazy. Hey, I'm biased.
How y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday.
I'm happy.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Hey,
gonna be
Casey.
I'm gonna be in the background for just a minute. I just ended my live.
Okay, help yourself, Don. Take your time. Take your time. But yeah, as you were saying, Tag, it's people that really just casing out and seeing what you got
That's right.
and walking around, like you said, the neighborhood and act as though they're doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And literally casing, how do you say, casing the joint?
Hmm. Yeah,
Casing the
yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true, Miss Shirley. As a single senior, yeah, I don't care whether you're a senior or not.
You're getting
Nowadays,
sleep.
you got to watch your budget. You definitely got to watch it because it seems like everything is going up except your wages.
Correct.
And then, people are losing their jobs. So you got to be cautious. I mean, people
Right.
are not going to starve and they're not going to let their families starve if they have the right mind. Because if they're a provider, then they're going to take care of their families, whether they have to do it illegal or legal. It's
But
just,
that's the thing, of the right mind,
yeah,
and unfortunately these days we have so many people that don't seem like they are really of the right mind.
you said a mouthful. You said a mouthful.
So we're in a sad situation. I mean, it's a time that I can say for me in my short life that I've never seen anything like this before. And it's not something that I thought I'd see in my lifetime.
I understand. I
Oh,
do understand.
mhm,
Because, I thought that things that really made a dramatic change
mm,
back some time ago. And then now I'm seeing it flip back to where it was. And,
mm.
when it gets so that people don't care about other people, then
Mm.
it's a sad situation.
Yeah, you are so right. And it is at the point where people don't care about anyone else. Men have become lovers of themselves.
Yes.
So now it's like if it's not about an individual, if it's not about me, then I don't care what you have going on. It's about me, 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 me. And that's the problem now. Nobody cares about anybody else, and
Yeah,
everything is
you're
about
so
self.
right.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
one thing that I like about our community is that we get along, we
yes,
talk, and we will help each other,
that's
and we
right.
will share.
That's
That's
right.
what I like about this being in this particular community because, you know, it's just like we were saying, the people nowadays, and I'm not correcting nothing. I'm saying the people nowadays are to the point that it's like you said, Tay, they really don't care about nobody but me, nobody but themselves. And that is very sad. It
It
really
is.
is.
It is, and I can attest to the love in our community. You know, as you guys know, I was sick for a couple of weeks and was
Hmm.
struggling, you know, with just not being able to kind of get rid of that cough and the congestion and really just feeling really bad. And all it took for me was to just ask in a live, just ask if anybody had any suggestions of what to do.
Hmm.
And immediately everyone came back. I mean, they were all mulling, 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 mulling. It was
Hmm.
like, my mother's dead.
Yes.
But immediately here comes Sylvia and Sylvia's Gardening Adventures. And she's like, I'll send you some mullein. And she did, sent me huge leaves of mullein. And between Sylvia's mullein and J3GS Farms, honey,
The honey slinger.
the honey slinger honey, I was drinking mullein tea all day, every day. And, you know, for days and days and days. And literally, it took probably about 24 hours before that mullein kicked in and
Hmm.
started breaking up that congestion. I mean, and then I could like cough and really start getting it up. So without community, like I'd probably still be sick because nothing
Hmm.
was working. Nothing
Well,
was
that's
working.
one thing. It's one
So,
thing we're all about, and
mhm,
that's like I said. That's what I love about this particular community is because we don't mind helping each other. We
that's right.
definitely don't mind. And I when I first got involved in this YouTube type thing, is I saw a video of the bull,
Mm,
and I actually fell in love with the dude. I said, now that is somebody that I would really like to meet because the way he carried on with his camaraderie and his joy for people and his planting and his love for his community. I
mhm,
said, now this is the type of person that I really would like to meet. So
right.
the more I watched him, the more interest I got into starting my own YouTube channel
Okay. Nice.
because
Nice.
I was hooked then. You know, it's just like being hooked on hydroponics. You know, but I was definitely hooked then,
Mhm.
and
I
I,
think when I first saw the Bulls Garden, he was doing a community garden. Was some of
yes,
the first videos I saw of his, and I loved it. He was out there just helping plant, and the beautiful, you know, the garden was just so beautiful and lush and just full of life, and I just loved the spirit.
right, right. That hey,
David,
Cropper, but I'm biased. What are you doing?
Nothing. I was trying to sneak in a few chips. You know, it's supper time over here.
ah,
Well, I can understand that. I can understand that. I mean, you know, do what you gotta do. If it's your supper time, then eat what you want to. I eat what you prepared. But
Hello,
I had,
everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button.
yes,
that's right, and
that's
give us
right.
that thumbs up.
Hmm.
But as we were saying, is that the community to me is everything. It really is. And when you got some people that you can actually talk to and go to, as Tag said a few minutes ago, about what she had and what she experienced, then it makes a world of difference. A
It does.
world of difference. And these people are not your next door neighbor. What I'm
No.
talking about, they're spread all over the country.
Hmm.
But
That's
you
what
can
makes
reach
it
out
great.
just like, yeah, you can reach out just like there was next door though.
That's right.
And it's there.
Hmm.
Hey, that's my art. I guess I hope I spoke to you.
Hey, Sis.
Hi.
Mike. That's my art, David.
Happy man.
Everybody.
That's right, everybody.
Okay, I need to ask a question. And this is not only just for the people on the panel, this is also for the chat. In your family, who holds the family together?
Mm,
Or who did hold your family together?
mhm, mm. For me, I would say it's two pronged because I can look at this different ways. So, for me, certainly my husband's the head of the family. So for me,
Mhm.
he's holding the family together, right? Because he's going to be here, God's going to be there, and he's going to bring
Mhm.
it down. And then in terms of us and us internally, and if I'm the familial dynamic, also, so to speak, I would say more me trying to be like that person in the middle, like the little glue that's kind of holding us together and say, okay, let's do this, let's do that. So me in that respect, but him right there.
Hey, Miss Garrett. Yeah, well,
Surely. Mm.
For
I
me, it
see
was
that.
my grandmother. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I see that everybody is pretty much. Hey, Cheryl, is pretty much
Just one
giving the
more.
answer or the same answer that I have.
Hey,
And
Margaret
Grandma.
Hudson.
Mhm.
hey, Mona, and
Happy
that is
Black Shiny 2003.
Yeah.
CC's Texas Garden. Miss Cheryl. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Mona. You feeling better?
Hey, Mona.
is Mona been sick?
She had surgery on her.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. So I hope
I,
she.
told, I told her she better get her strength up because we still got a fight. We still got a fight going on.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay, okay. But you all have given me the answer. Hey, G Mama Grow is the same answer that I have and I share, and that is the ladies and the mamas, grandmamas in the family. Because it's just a paternal type thing, really. I mean, I believe because it seems to me that you all can manage and arrange and take care and schedule things a whole lot better than we can. And I know that Sunday is Father's Day and all that, but we're not talking about the fathers. I'm talking about you ladies.
Oh,
And because when my mom was living, my grandma was living, they really held the family together. I mean, as a bond, not in providing and paying this and working doing this, but as a bond
Right.
because they made sure that the family reunions was done. They made sure that you got your butt to it. But it was just a thing that the ladies was, I don't know, it's just more adept or I don't know what the word is, but they
they
was more,
cared. Men
yeah,
really don't care about that type of stuff. They just, if you say this where we going or I need you to be here, they like okay. But
Be
if
there.
it
I can
wasn't,
see.
if it wasn't for the woman or the mother or the grandmother or somebody telling them to do that, they wouldn't even be thinking about that. They thinking about how to make money, to feed the family, to make sure that the house is secured, to make sure that everybody is okay but them. Men
Mm.
don't really, and I don't know, I'm not a man, but I'm speaking from experience of looking at other men in my family. They don't care. They just be like, oh well, my wife said I gotta go to church. I'm going to church.
Yeah. And I think some families are a little different. So I can kind of speak on ours because my husband has that more of a compassion and the feeling. I'm more like a guy, to be honest,
Mhm.
in how I move. But he has like that compassionate piece where um, he usually can tell when something's going on with somebody, or he can determine like when somebody just wants to say something. Everybody wants to tell him, they want to talk to him, and they just dump it all in his lap. I told him,
Okay,
you have to
I
be
have a question.
careful about that though, because
I have a
people put a lot
question.
of weight on you when they're kind of jumping on you.
I have a
Yeah.
question, Ted.
Okay.
Um, was your husband brought up in a two-parent household?
Yes.
That makes the difference.
Hmm.
Because when you have a single mother with sons, and then the grandmother and maybe the great grandmother is still living, and aunts around, right?
Hmm.
That 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 young man is growing up to be the lion of the family without knowing how to be the lion of the family. Does that make sense? When
Yes.
the mother and the father is there, that father is going to teach his son how to become the lion of the family. Versus
Right.
when there is no father around, that young man is out there on his own hunting to survive. So it makes a difference. And so therefore that man don't really care about going to the family reunion. That man is worried
Mhm.
about how I'm going to keep my family safe and alive and that type of thing. But when the father is there, they have somebody there to protect what's going on so they can go and,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, pitter patter around, if you want to say that.
Right. Right. Right.
You know, that was very educational, boss. It really was. Because I've heard people speak on the same thing. It's totally different in
Mhm.
a two-parent surrounding than it is a single mom raising the kids. And then I can't say just a single mom, a single parent, period,
Mm-hmm.
because that the feeling and the compassion is uh, is not there to be shared. Because, like you said, what if you're out there grinding every day, and you come in and you want to just lay down and get you some rest because you got to get up and go back and grind just in a couple more hours, then you don't have time for it to be saying, yes, dear, yes, God, yes,
Right.
this. You know,
Mhm.
you don't want to hear
Right. Right. It's like circumstance, you know.
it. Hey, Cassandra.
I think a lot of times we don't look at it as circumstance, but it's like you're out here grinding, you're out here working really hard, and circumstance has the fact that you're in the circumstances that you are, you're doing, and you're so busy being in like in gosh, I can't get the word,
Survival
um,
mode.
survival mode. Thank you, I'm biased.
Mm-hmm.
You're in survival mode. So if you stay in survival mode all the time, how do you ever get to the place where you can relax,
You
take that
know.
moment, smell the coffee, and talk to your children and spend
Mm-hmm.
time? It becomes a little harder when you are by yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, not that it's impossible, right? Of course, because there are people that do it, but it becomes more difficult because now you're trying to keep everything together, and the children are learning trial by fire in a sense, because
Yes. Hey, Miss
everybody's in
J.K., you're so right, Country Hustle. We're having church tonight.
Hey, country hustle. We've been looking for you. Make me give you that 1-2 Whopper.
I'll give him that steak eye.
Yeah, that Whopper Junior with cheese, like Big Rooster say.
But I didn't mean to cut you off, Tag, but I had to speak to Country Hustle because he been missing in action.
right.
And he jumped back up there last week, but
Hmm.
he caught me at the wrong time because I had posted the wrong time, really, and finally got it straightened out.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. But, you know, I was raised by a single parent. The majority of my life, my mom raised me. But, my dad was around, but he wasn't with us. Let's put it like that, until the latter part of my life. But then, by then, I had become my own man. I
Right.
thought the
But
way I wanted. I thought the way I wanted to think. I
right,
did the way I wanted to do, and it's sort of like I'm by said. It wasn't time for the learn compassion and all this soft stuff and care. But my
Mhm.
my daughter, she runs to me, sort of as you were talking about, Tag, for advice. You know, she
Right.
talks to me, and my son is probably the total opposite. He much rather find out for himself than come to me
Mhm.
until things get really deep, and then he comes. So I think that's probably a man thing.
Yeah,
But
well, you don't want a man, a boy, a young man don't want to look weak around his father.
that's all right.
So even if he does not know what he's doing, he's going to do something and he's going to figure it out. Because, like, I don't know what it is. Like, my sons can come and tell me when they've done something that didn't make sense, right?
mm,
Like, they did something and they, like, Mama, I messed up, okay? But
Mhm.
they would never go tell that to their dad.
Right.
If their dad was to ask them, hey, how's everything going? Oh, it's good.
I'm
yeah, it's
good.
good. Yeah,
But
Uh-huh. Right.
they come to me and be like, Mama, can you do this and help me? And I'm like, okay, well, I thought you said everything was good.
hmm
Mhm.
hmm
Mhm. Yeah. Don't want to seem weak because you're supposed to be strong as the man.
Right.
You know.
And it's okay to be weak and need help, but men don't, they haven't been brought up that way to know that.
Right. Right.
Well,
Most of them.
you could say, yeah, most of them, because it's certain people and certain ways, certain things that people are told you better not do. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
right,
Better not cry.
That's right. You better not do that.
Mhm.
And I better not hear you sniffle or this stuff.
right.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you know, I used to get my son. He was the youngest. I used to get him to read to me. Only way I got him to read to me, I would tell him, "Look, I can't see that little small writing. I need for you to read this for me."
Mhm.
So it became a thing with him.
That's
Mhm.
He
beautiful.
got to the point that he started lacking to read.
Mm.
But that was just a little thing,
Mind trick.
Had to trick him.
right?
Yeah.
Little something that I planted in his head and his mind. So this is what he figured.
So he really felt like he was helping you.
Right,
And
Mhm.
right,
in all actuality, you was helping him.
Helping him.
right, right.
Mhm.
And see, this is, some of the chats that we have a lot of time on Boss, you know that we be trying to help educate and help our younger people. And this is one of the reasons that we're always trying to push them into planting something or growing something.
Mhm.
Because go ahead.
I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I got a confession to make. And it shocked me
Mhm. Okay.
because my daughter is a girly girl, quote unquote. And the
Hmm.
other day, she was like asking me things about the garden, the different plants, and what type this and that, and what. And so after that, I was like, "Why are you interested? Are you interested because you would like to start growing some things?" And she said yes. Now, I don't know when, but I'm going to see and then at least let her do one thing that she can tend to see how it grows and the development of it. But I am like, yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
Boz, is that the one you threatened about watering your
Yes,
plants while you were gone?
yes. I told her
Okay.
for the crawfish kickback, if she let any of my plants die, she had to move out immediately.
Well, that's why See, you implanted that into her mind, so now she want to see why those plants
To
are
her
so
own.
important. But that's great. Yeah, Mona, you try that.
So they just have to really do one plant. Just grow
Yes,
one thing, and then
yes,
they'll be hooked. You just gotta
yes,
grow one. But
yes.
I was really excited because my daughters, all three of my girls, they've all planted something. But I've been saying this and saying it, and my mom started planting something. So she went and got
Oh,
herself
okay.
Oh,
a tomato bush and got her, I forgot, pepper plant, I think she said. And then
okay.
she said it in our little group, and now she's making my sisters jealous. I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because you didn't only just and put something into the mind's tag. You gonna help them feed themselves.
Right.
And like you said, once they grow that first thing and they eat it, like our boss was out there eating them strawberries, and
Yes.
they get the taste
Mm,
of it, they
mm,
gonna wait. They can't wait until planting season come the next year.
Right.
that's right.
They really can't.
Because there's nothing like growing your own. Nothing tastes
And
the
let
same.
me tell you something. It's nothing like the work you got to put in out there
A
either.
I
lot of
know
work.
it's right. It is a lot of work.
My
Yeah.
watermelon. Oh, Country Hustle, are you still in the chat? You know he come and go, but if you still in the chat, let me know if you still in the chat, Country Hustle. Um, it's like it's raining out here today. I'm grateful, but then at the but then at the same time, it's like I don't need a lot of water because I watered this
Mhm.
morning and last night
Yeah.
because there was no rain in the forecast for today. And then all of a sudden,
Oh,
here's the rain.
Well,
mm,
there's no rain in our forecast, but it looked like a storm coming up out
That's
there.
what I'm saying. We didn't have no rain. And then,
mhm. That's been happening a lot where there's no forecast for it, and it
Mhm.
just pops out of nowhere.
And
We had it this weekend.
that's right. And one thing
hey,
about it,
JK Gardner, welcome in, Queen. And G Mama Grows, I don't know if I spoke to you. Cassandra, welcome in. Miss Shirley OG, welcome in, Queen.
Miss Shirley
Yes.
OG in the house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be unbiased OG
All right now.
after a while. I don't know how long it take, but after a while.
Well, the thing about it is, we've been thinking about inviting. Yeah, Country Hustler is still in there.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Let me just tell him something real quick. So, Country Hustle, I planted those cantaloupe seeds that you gave to us last year at the crawfish. Whatever the first year for the crawfish kickback, and they are flowering. I can't wait for them to. I don't know what the stages are. I need to really look that up, but they flowering and they starting to spread in the garden. So,
Well, you'll know when there's cantaloupes. You would definitely know if you got flowers. You gonna have cantaloupes
but
if they mature.
I didn't know that the cantaloupe flowers are like one, two, three.
Hmm.
You know what I'm like? They close to each other, like not clusters, but
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
Is that because you need the male and the female flowers to pollinate to make the
No,
cantaloupe
because
grow?
that means you got three cantaloupes.
Oh, okay.
That's the way that rolls.
All righty then.
Yay.
That's just that's just like a watermelon. I mean, you could have five blooms, four blooms, two blooms, whatever on one vine,
Mhm.
and you look about a week later, you got three or four watermelons on that one vine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they talk about feeding them all this different stuff to get them to grow faster and bigger. Let me tell you something. Fran grew some big ones last year, and
All
she
right.
kept putting the water to them, water to them, water to them, and they grew big, but they wasn't worth a dime.
It's
Oh
nasty.
no.
They were
They
nasty.
No
wasn't. They
flavor.
wasn't sweet. They wasn't sweet. Don't had no flavor to them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I grew the little small ones,
and they was good.
Cookie time, and you talking about sweet.
Yeah,
Mm.
They were good because, like I said about the ones this year, I put them out there, but I'm not gonna stress over it. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't.
that's what I said too. I don't care if my watermelon is this big.
That's
I
right.
grew a watermelon, and I'm gonna eat that stuff.
You know,
That's right. That's right. I mean, the watermelon wars is good for
Right.
the simple reason that they get people to get some interest in growing something.
right.
That's super. That's fantastic.
That's right. Just a
But
little incentive to have a little fun along the way.
Right.
that's right. G
Mm.
Mama says she grow ice box watermelons.
Mm.
Is that a type icebox watermelon?
I think she
Just
could
a
tell me
small
I
she
mean,
one.
a
grew.
variety.
Yeah,
The small.
Oh, just the size.
the
Hmm.
midgets.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, don't pay attention to what that crop is talking about, though. Just ignore that comment. You
yeah,
don't
I
see
know.
that.
I know.
Ah.
Yeah,
I know
but
he got.
but I really get a thrill out of broken them doing this thing because
Mhm.
it get other people interested in growing watermelons or even getting
Right.
into YouTube. It piques their interest,
Yes.
and that's another thing we need.
Right.
It's just
Right.
like I was telling you about. I used to my son. Used to get him to read. You get him. You get people.
Pass.
Yeah, you get people interest build up, and
That's
then you'd
right.
be surprised what they'll do.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah, because there are people that really hadn't thought about growing watermelon. They're like, "Well, I'm gonna grow me one. I don't care if it's a sugar baby. I'm gonna grow me a watermelon. Please
Right,
do. That's the
right,
whole point.
right,
Please do. You
right.
know.
So
So yeah, just
I
just all of
want
that. But a whole lot of
I
trash
wanted to
talking.
know: are you guys still prepping? And if
Like
not,
Yes, sir.
why?
survival prep or
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
survival.
prepping period.
Yes. And I'm gonna say
Absolutely.
something, y'all. So the other day I was redoing my bag, and the flashlights that I had in there had batteries, but the
Mm,
batteries were already in the flashlight because
mm,
sometimes you don't have time to put the batteries in the flashlight,
right.
but they were no longer good.
Hmm.
Get
They
corroded.
were good, but even being that the flashlight was not being in use, the
Mm,
batteries drained out.
it's
So
old.
I would think in my bag, I probably been having it set like that for about 4 months. So maybe I'm thinking every 90 days or 60 days is to check the batteries in the flashlight to make sure that they still good, just in case.
Sometimes you probably need to check them a little bit often, a little bit more than
Hmm.
every month, every 2 months.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's my art said. That's me growing a watermelon, but not in the contest.
Right.
That's
Right.
super
Yeah.
good,
I didn't get in the
super good,
contest this year.
super
Last year I
good.
talked enough smack and nothing grew.
Well, you know, I have
So,
I have
yeah,
had better
David.
luck out of just throwing seeds out there. I mean, from eating a watermelon before, and then just
Mhm.
throw them out on the other side of the driveway or
And they start.
whatever, or down on
They
the
just come up.
compost pile, and you got watermelons the next year.
Right. Right. I have a compost pile going right now. It's not watermelons, it's golden berries, but I didn't plant them.
I saw that.
And they're
I saw that.
beautiful.
Hmm.
Absolutely gorgeous, so healthy. And they're gonna sit right there. I'm not doing anything to them. But we're gonna eat though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
The batteries in will control the terminals. What does that mean?
Yeah.
corrode. He
Corrode the
mean
terminals.
corrode the
Yeah.
terminal.
Oh, corrode the terminals. Okay.
Yeah, if you
Mhm.
keep the batteries in the flashlight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I need to. Okay.
Quit it, just one Ella. Just let it go. You and David, stop it.
Well, I get ready to say just one other. You might as well just
Just
leave
let
that
it.
alone, cause the more
Let,
you talk to him, he gonna pump it up.
Yep. You pop up like Jack in the Box.
Yep, he's gonna ride you just one other, cause you don't want to agree with him. But yeah, what about prepping food wise? Any of you still doing that?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. For I have uh like canning supplies. I still need to do all of that, but part of what I did was I actually bought canned goods
Mm-hmm.
because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have it. I didn't have all the vegetables that I really wanted to have, so I went and bought them. And thankfully, I found some at one of the big box stores. It was 50 cents a can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
putting them in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, that's a way of prepping. You just start thinking of the things that you would eat and get your veggies for 50
Hey,
cents.
Em.
You know, even though some people don't look at potted meat, but your meat product, whatever meat product, like I love corned beef hash. I'm a country girl. So I love corned beef hash. So it was corned beef
Yeah,
hash,
yeah.
you know, tuna.
Well, that's the thing that I was telling you about earlier, Tag, when this young dude bought all them cans in your buggy. I do the same thing. When I
Mm-hmm.
do go to the store, as I said, if I find some canned goods that are 5 for this or 10 for this, and
Mm-hmm.
if it seems reasonable to
Old.
me or right with me, then I load it up.
Mm-hmm.
I get them.
Yep.
And like I told him, if it don't last long, I'm gonna still have them.
I'm still having.
So if it do last, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're depending on somebody else to feed you, you don't worry about it. And
That's
that's
right.
the worst thing in the world.
It is, and that was
Congratulations,
one.
Big Mama.
Oh, that's Earth. Oh, congrats, G Mama, on the
Canned
herbs.
meat. Canned meat is like tuna, spam,
Mm-hmm.
and what else is canned corn? That
You got corned
Salmon,
beef
sardine.
hash.
corned beef hash. They do mackerel. Um, what else?
I would probably
Sardines.
somewhat.
Sardines.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no. Mm-mm.
Salmon.
Sardines and crackers.
Yep,
Telling
salmon.
you.
I can eat sardines all day.
No.
Woo!
I think
Love
the
it.
only thing out there
Sardines in oil.
is tuna.
Yes.
I think I could just do the tuna, so I would have to stock up on the tuna. But all that other
Mhm.
stuff,
As Shirley said, Vienna sausage,
Yeah, being
chicken in
sausage.
a can. Yep.
You
chicken
know
in
the
a
Turkey
can,
pulled pork. Yep.
chicken in a can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got chicken in
Yeah,
a
they got
can.
chicken in a can.
And since I mentioned that, Fran actually cans chicken. She actually cans
Yeah,
ground beef.
Oh, okay.
I would. I haven't, but I do intend to.
Hmm. And she got canned meat that she's canned herself. And I'm like, Tag, if I go to the store and I see this canned goods
For
at
sale.
I won't say reasonable, but at a fair price,
Right.
then it's going home with me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something you can put on the shelf and you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Wait. Vienna sausage is still made. What the heck?
Wait, wait, wait.
We're talking emergency situations. Some things that
Right.
maybe we wouldn't eat, we may eat,
Happy Mac say a
or even if
whole
it's not for
chicken in a
you.
can.
Yes, you can get a whole
I've
chicken in
never
a can.
seen that, but okay.
I've never seen that
Not a
before.
whole
Yeah,
chicken, but
you can do it. Because what it is, it's like a little key. And that can is
oh,
such
I've seen
that.
a ham like that. The
Yeah,
one with the key.
Oh,
right, right.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
But
sausages for the dogs.
Hey,
them sausages were Try dirt on the bread
Dirt on
before
bread
buying the
before
sausage.
getting a
Okay, if
sausage.
that's what you want to, if that's what you want to do, David. I mean, if you can survive off of that, it's all good.
Oh,
Well,
well, but
Sunday,
part of that also though is what's sitting in the yard, and that's kind of why I was talking about that because there are things sitting in the yard that we can eat. We just don't think of it as food, and they have a lot of times they have more nutrients in them than the stuff we buy in the store, or even the stuff that we plant.
yes,
Watch G Mama, that's true. It's like when you don't know about something, then you finally discover something, you start seeing it everywhere.
yeah,
Everywhere,
yeah, that's
right?
Just
true.
like when I bought my truck, I never seen it. And then after I bought it, I'm like, everybody
You're
got
gonna
this
see it
truck.
everywhere. Everybody got a truck.
That's because you never notice it until somebody says something about it.
Right, right.
That's exactly what that is. And
Mhm.
David talking about Saul on
So
bread.
on bread.
Well, but
I'm gonna take,
anyway,
look, I'm gonna drizzle all that sardine oil on that bread.
yeah,
Okay.
well, Tag, I'm telling you, you're not the only one that doesn't like sardines. I
Got
can,
salty sardines and saltine crackers.
yes,
Ooh,
yes.
No, thank you.
make you hurt
Old
yourself.
school. That's right.
Old school.
Yes.
See,
And
Don't
I
they
then,
grew
still
up
have the
around my
heads
great
on it?
grandfather, so
no,
So these don't have heads on it?
nah.
Oh.
now they take them off.
Now, like PIA did, I was telling PIA, she was talking about putting them in the garden. I told her to send them to me. And
Yeah.
believe me, she did.
Oh,
Yeah, she said,
nice.
she sent me about 3 cans of it. So,
It'd be a spare one, maybe I put out
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Maybe some fish heads. I got some fish heads in the freezer from when we got some fish. I'll put
yeah.
that in the garden.
Oh.
But
Miss
I'm
Shirley said she add
sardine.
hot sauce to her sardines.
Well, a lot of people
Mhm.
do.
Ooh,
A lot of
chicken
people
and
do because
biscuit.
I like to put a little hot sauce and a little mustard in mine and,
Mm.
eat it
Sardines
like that.
and chicken and a biscuit with crackers.
See, I'm
Put
biased.
it together. Put it
You learn all
together.
kind of stuff tonight.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I don't even have it in the house, so therefore, you know, if I need it, I don't have it, so I can't taste it. But
But
it just doesn't sound like something that I want.
you live in a state, unbiased, that I don't see why you haven't eaten sardines. I really don't. Even when you was small, you know sardines was pretty popular in your state. And this I know I'm telling you from experience. I'm not talking about something that
Well,
I'm guessing.
I believe you. I never seen my parents eat it. I
Mm.
don't even remember my grandparents eating it. They may have, but I don't remember.
Having Max and try smoked kippers. Those are all clean and headless and
I was
delicious.
looking at that. Is that sold in the store?
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Chicken and a biscuit,
that's crackers.
crackers.
I thought that
Oh,
was chicken and a biscuit.
like Chick-fil-A chicken on a biscuit. Yes, I know that's not what she's talking about.
No.
That's not.
Oh goodness. But
But anyway, people, we had a trivia Sunday that no one guessed the answer to, and I said that I was going to finish it up tonight. And the question is, in my trivias, you know how I do them.
GPS.
GPS, what do it stand for? And I talked about this in one of my videos. So you people in the chat, you can go ahead and start now with your guess, and we will see if we can't do this thing tonight. Happy Max, the good people share. I'm about to
Uh-huh.
start.
Let's start.
No, that's not right, Happy Mac, but at least you playing the game. And nobody else want to try to guess the trivia? And I know we got more than one person in the chat.
They coming. Good people save. Let it go, David. So yeah, good people share, good people save.
Good
GPS.
people grow. No, GPS.
Great
Girl,
place
dad.
start. Good people grow.
Good people start. No, that's not it. And then when I give you all the answer to it, you're going to be very surprised.
Happy Max said, good people
Happy
smack for
Max.
just that Sunday dinner. Yum.
I forgot what it is. I'm just gonna keep guessing.
I'm sitting there trying to think.
Yeah, good people is the first two words of it.
Positioning systems. Miss JK went.
Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Struggle.
No, that's not right. I don't know why I keep giving it
prep
up.
save.
That's not right, Cassandra. I thought you had it.
Good people struggle. Great people space.
Growing potato slips.
Growing potato slips.
No, that's
like
not
that,
it, Mama. We got about 3 more minutes, and I'm going to tell you the answer. Good people strut. No. Good people suffer. That's
good
true, but that's
solve.
not the answer. Good people
good
solve.
people sell. Hey, Kato. Good people survive.
No, that's not it. Hey,
good
Kato family.
See.
Hey, Kato's family forum.
Yes.
Let me give you all a hint. It's what we did when we went to the Kardash kickback for unbiased.
Oh, congratulations, cases 55.
Good people serve. Good people sing. Good people share. Good people straight.
Oh, she didn't win it?
Good people support.
No. No, she didn't win it.
Good people suck crawfish heads.
Oh, we got it. We got it right there, but unbiased got it, but
David got it before me.
No, who got it before you?
Good people support.
Yeah, David got it before me.
Where?
But let me go back and check everybody.
Yeah, I thought David put good people struggle.
He did, but he came back and said,
yeah, he has support.
Did he?
Yes, sir.
At 8:02.
Well, we want to make sure. He got it at what time?
8:02.
8:02.
Yes, sir.
What you see on that?
He was the first person. It was him, then me. It was him.
Okay. Well, neither one of those was exact and precise, but it's good people supporting.
Oh, supporting.
Supporting. Good people supporting.
Congrats, David.
So congrats, David. We're going to let you have the ING.
Why is David speaking about himself in the third person?
He always do that.
So congrats, David. You need to send me some information as to where to send it. As to where to send it.
Do he have your email?
That one was from Sunday. So tonight we need you to guess the number that I have for our garden giveaway. and that's between 100 and 200. So you want to put starting down, boss?
Yes, sir. I just did.
Okay, from between 100 and 200. This
Right.
is for the gift card giveaway.
I need this card, so let me see.
100 to 200,
My stuff's just acting up. I can't even
Miss
participate.
Cheryl.
Between 1 and 200.
Yeah, between 100 and 200.
Oh, I can't even get the number because I'm playing. You playing tag?
I can't get connected. It is
Oh, I was gonna
fighting.
say
I'm having the worst time. So,
let him send you the number so you can help look for it if you
okay.
don't mind.
Uh-huh.
I'm playing because I need this. I need this. Watch somebody get it before me.
Numbers are rolling. They're rolling.
Well, I see them all around it, but nobody have got it yet.
Cheryl is between 100 and 200.
Yes. Now Miss Norris is between 100 and 200.
No, I don't have it up.
David put 100 through 200.
You know David gonna always act up. I think he be acting out his childhood. How old that is? Country Hustle. 131.
You got it?
131.
131.
Okay, let me go back and check, you guys. Just
Go
give me a
back and
second.
check.
Okay, wait, let me stop. Y'all can stop. Okay, 131. Let me go back and check. I'm gonna start from the top.
Mhm. At 804 was the top.
804. Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
Where I put start, that was 804.
804. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, wait a minute. I
Got
don't
to
even
push
see.
his pencil, huh, David?
Okay, start. Okay, 131. Okay, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all give me a second. I'm just going down, checking it.
Yeah, we want to make sure
And then
everything.
tag when I find something, I tell you the time, and then you can look and see too if you can.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Man, they was putting a lot of numbers in here.
That I'm like, wow.
Yes.
It is a lot. Wow.
But that's why I was looking at it so steady and so hard because they was coming in.
Fast, huh?
Mm-hmm. Real fast.
What number? I
Okay,
mean,
Miss JK.
she leaving.
Yeah.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Miss Shirley says she see Cato family first.
Oh, okay. Let me keep looking.
Yep. I see Cato at 8:06.
I'm coming down to the
And
bottom.
Country Hustle was what time?
I don't even
I see
see.
G Mama at 8:07. So Cato's first. Country Hustle was at 8:07. So
It
it
was
was
Cato.
Cato, then G Mama, then Country Hustle.
Okay, okay, Cato family.
What was their time?
8:07, both G Mama and Country Hustle.
No, Cato family. What's their?
8:06.
I just want to look see the thing. I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Girl, I ain't saying it ain't there. I just don't see it right now. I guess it's so many numbers. Oh, right. No, that's
It's
not.
a lot of numbers. Trying to go back and find it again.
I'm gonna just say okay.
Yep.
I just don't see it at the moment. But go ahead.
Yeah, everybody's saying that it was Cato
Mhm.
first.
I know. I was just looking
Yep.
for the time.
You,
I was
you
trying
had one at 8:06 unbiased. You did 126, and he was right behind you. Cato was right behind you at
to.
131.
Okay. It's just so much. Go ahead, Mr. Oh,
There's a
Mr. Moore.
lot of them.
Oh, okay, right here. Okay, hold on.
Okay, Cato fam, I need for you to send me some address here to my email,
Congratulations.
and I will be waiting to hear from you
It
guys
won't let me highlight.
before I send out the garden giveaway. And on that note, I'm going.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Cato.
On that note, I'm going to thank Tag for joining me tonight,
Thank you.
and I really appreciate her being here. And as usual, my daughter, unbiased. Thank
Bias.
you so much. And as I always say, I love you. And there ain't a thing you can do about it. But
Love
join us,
you.
but
Have a
join
good
us
night.
Sunday night on the OGs. Good night, all.
Good night, everyone. Nobody cares about Texas.